All right, once again, it's on. Welcome back to another great episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
And this is Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
Paul out from talk shit with me.
And the mad professor in the boot, stuck in the boot.
What the hell are y'all
yes.
laughing for already?
Hot,
Man, I
sweaty
didn't-
ass
Oh,
boot.
no.
No, I
Oh, no,
stretched
just-
this damn shirt out, man, trying to change it so many
That's
days.
'cause you're a big ass. Fit through there. Get a button up next time.
I know
Get a
you ain't
button up.
talking no
Better
neck.
yet, get a zipper like the man on the street has. But, ladies and gentlemen, we want to
I don't
Right.
have a weight problem. I can
We
wait.
tried out a new platform tonight. We're gonna see how it goes. So, but like we always like to start our podcast off, we got to ask the people how their day went. So, Tim Dog, how did your day go?
Oh man, oh man.
Are you
First
gonna
of all-
start with a nigga who wakes up half day and doesn't have a job?
No, actually, I had to get up today and go to physical therapy. Thank you, nigga. And anyway, I've been trying to get a new car. I've been searching for a new car, and because my car has it's a 2016 Avalon, and
Mhm.
it has 128,000 miles on it. I
Family
grew-
mobile.
hey, I'm by myself. I like when I travel and I go see my son, I go see my mom's. You know, I'm traveling 1,000 miles one way. You know, so, but you know, the car, I've never had any problems, but I'm trying to get a new one. I'm outside looking at cars, and y'all know I love birds. I got the hummingbird feeder. So the hummingbird goes up to the feeder, which is about 5 feet away from me. Then this motherfucker comes up right this fucking close to my face, about right here, if y'all can see, about 6 inches, and I'm dead serious. It just like checking me out, right? At first, I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker about to peck me," but I figured hey, if it wanted to
What's up,
peck
my
me,
boy?
it would have done it in the first place instead of checking me out. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
so cool and real, and I just stood there and I said, "Hey, what's up?" And it just flew back up to the feeder, came back, looked at me again, and flew away. I thought that was.
Probably saying, brother, you need to get some new shit in here.
Nah,
Same old damn
he
meal.
No.
probably wondered what I was smoking. So
No, I think
I got you.
he was confused with the glasses and the mirror and shit, and he trying to figure out what's happening.
Damn.
Bubba was just confused. But
fuck
man,
all
hey,
y'all,
man.
fuck all
Oh,
y'all
man, but-
haters.
Yeah, for all us haters, man. But hey, man, thank you for talking that bird story. You and these goddamn birds. I'm telling you,
Hey,
you should have been what you should be what's the thing they call a person that like to mess with birds? Math
Just
professor.
a bird
I don't know.
watcher.
An ornithologist.
Okay, an ornithologist.
Yeah,
See, not a
like-
bird watcher.
No,
No.
hell no, that's not a word. Hold on.
No, it is ornithology. You heard of Birdman, right? Charlie Parker.
Hey,
They
that's
call
what it
he
is.
had an
made
album
up
called
doggone Don
ornithology.
King word, man. That's not a
No,
word.
that
got
is a real word.
I got you.
Oh my
Miss Paula P
God.
from Talking Shit with Paula. Hey, congratulations. You know, let the people know. I usually say for the end, but tell the people what you got going on.
Oh, Talk Shit with Me has been nominated for an award with the Women in Podcasting Award.
Do it.
So-
Do it.
Y'all go vote. It's only one vote, but if you're like me and have 4-5 emails, just use every other of your emails because it's by votes, and I could use all the votes because a bitch wants to be an award-winning podcaster. So help a sister out, okay?
Okay,
Mhm.
great. That's what I'm
Is
talking
that
about,
the
Miss
same
Paula
thing
P.
you
I'm
tell
gonna
him?
drop the bomb for you already. Now, besides that, now how was your day?
We need to be muting Tim today while everybody else is talking because the fuck. My
I
day
got
was
you.
amazing. Thank y'all.
Okay.
I had a great day.
That's
And
what he
it's a
said.
beautiful, it's a beautiful August. It's just a blessing to be alive and be here
Whoa,
with the
whoa, whoa! A
boys since
beautiful
I did.
what?
I got you,
August.
and that's what I'm talking
We
about.
understood you, Paula.
Thank you
I'm
very
glad
much.
that you had
Thank
a
you.
great day,
It's
and
it's
that's
good
what
to
it's
be
all
here
about.
with the boys. I missed you last week. So
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you back too. And like I said before, make sure she's going to talk about it again at the end of the show. But make sure you support Miss P. We want her to get that award. Bring it on home. That's what it's all about. Bring it on home. Pharaoh King,
Let's go.
what about you?
Oh man, today was just Friday. Got up, had some money in my bank account. I was happy about that. I'm just saying, went to work. Then I had this phone call because everybody had Jennifer's car and Jaden went out of town and Dad sleeps. So I had to pick her up, take her to
Yeah.
the. Other than that, I'm back.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to apologize to the fans because y'all gonna see me wiping my head a lot. Because like I said, this goddamn garage is hot as hell.
Man,
So
listen, man, it's 103 degrees outside here.
yeah, so you know, got to be 110 in this
And
motherfucker.
then he
Be like
got
I'm eating that damn sun.
But it's
in the
cook,
back.
nigga. How you cooking,
That's
nigga?
right. That's
Do a
right.
podcast
Bad
in your
professor.
garage.
That's right. Bad professor, still a little bit of the boot, man. How was your day?
Hot, sweaty like a old ass manky boot. Shit, this some bitch.
He said
Shit.
sweated in bottom of that
What do you
boot.
say? What do you say? You got swamp ass? You got swamp
Man.
ass?
Swamp ass, swamp back of the damn neck, swamp back,
And trench
swamp,
foot.
swamp testicles.
Yeah.
Mm.
Swamp
Hey, you know
everything,
what's so
man.
funny? For the last 2 weeks, it's been like in the mid to upper 80s here in Texas. And then on Monday, Mother Nature said, "Oh, y'all motherfuckers don't think summer ain't here?" Boom. Then we go from 80
Yeah.
to 100.
Yeah,
Bruh.
it's hot. Like I said, it's hot in this goddamn garage. All this rain got my grass looking like a goddamn safari. So I gotta get up tomorrow and go through all this
Man.
goddamn weeds and shit that I got to chop
You know
down.
what? You know what? That happened to me 2 weeks ago because it rained
Yeah.
like every
Yeah.
day, monsoonal type rain here every day
Yeah.
for almost 2.5 weeks. My grass was so high, I wasn't gonna cut it until somebody walked their little toy poodle in front of the house and the damn dog disappeared in the grass.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I guess I gotta go ahead and cut this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
I'm-
first
I'm-
time
I'm-
I've
I'm
ever
gonna
been
cut
in
mine.
Texas where the grass is green in July, August. I mean, everybody's green. The landscapers making money.
Hey man,
Yeah,
y'all don't
they
have no
make a
snakes
lot
in
of money.
Louisiana?
Shit. I wish we did.
Yeah, man, that's how I keep my grass cut. I got to see the snakes.
Well, see, I wouldn't be concerned about that because the snakes would keep away the dogs and the cats and the raccoons and the possums
see,
and
the-
every damn thing else that live around
The
here.
cats,
But
if you had cats, they keep all that shit away.
and that's what I'm about to tell you. We have cats around here. The cats eat everything around here, including every damn lizard that I used to like coming around the house. Gone.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
how
what
it
I'm
is
talking
here.
about. That's what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and get this show started, man. Y'all see what it says at the bottom. This video is kind of long, and y'all gonna watch all 2 minutes and 37 seconds of this motherfucker.
Oh my
Took me
damn.
that minute long to do it. So,
Let me-
but I think this, y'all can see what the topic is. Why are so many men afraid of powerful, successful women? Miss Paula P. Oh, you successful? You got to put these men on blast. And let's go ahead and get it started.
The fear some men may have of women with power can be attributed to several factors, including historical, cultural, psychological, and social influences. 1. Historical and cultural norms. Traditionally, many societies have been patriarchal, with men holding dominant positions in most aspects of life. This has created a long-standing expectation that men should be in charge and women should be subordinate. Women gaining power can challenge these deeply ingrained norms and expectations, causing discomfort or fear. 2. Threat to traditional gender roles. Powerful women can be seen as a challenge to traditional gender roles. Men who strongly identify with traditional masculinity may feel threatened by women who exhibit traits like assertiveness, leadership, and independence. 3. Ego and identity. Some men may derive a sense of identity and self-worth from being the primary providers and decision-makers. When women gain power, it can be perceived as a threat to this identity, leading to fear or insecurity. 4. Fear of change. Change can be inherently frightening, especially if it involves a shift in power dynamics. Men who are accustomed to a certain social order may fear the unknown consequences of more equitable power distribution. 5. Insecurity and competitiveness. In professional or social settings, some men may feel insecure about competing with powerful women. This insecurity can stem from doubts about their own abilities or the fear of being outperformed or overshadowed. Some men might fear that women in power will treat them the way women have historically been treated by men, unfairly or oppressively. This fear can stem from a lack of understanding of true gender equality, where power is shared rather than flipped. Understanding these factors can help in addressing and challenging the fear of powerful women. It involves promoting gender equality, challenging stereotypes, and encouraging open dialogues about power dynamics and gender roles.
And there you have it, Miss Paula P. You up first. So I know you're a powerful woman. What type of, I guess, pushback have you received from men in the podcasting world or just in general?
To be honest, none. I don't deal with those men. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I am grateful that the men I put myself around or surround me, even from my parents and my family, I cut your family as well. Like if you start talking that way, I cut you off. My dad is okay with me being as much as I want. I have literal men who are willing to help me and get me there. All the guys I've dated literally have helped me in all my dreams and shit, and they're okay with me being how I am. So if you're dealing with a man who is like that, that's a you problem, because there's so many men who are willing to support. But then a lot of the things that they said in those videos do account to why certain men. But my one biggest thing I'll say, just like girls, how they have the wrong girlfriends who will give the wrong advice to them and they go doing some stupid shit. Men also have, some men are surrounding themselves with men who think like that, right? Because they were grown up in that, especially with this society, how we were grown, how we were raised. So they believe just because that's how we were raised, it's supposed to be that way. But things change. A lot of things has progressed. You can't decide to choose, we want this kind of change, but this change is no. You can't either say no to all change or you can't pick and choose. So they have these boys who are like, oh my God, your girl makes more than you. You're a pussy and all that. And they let that get into their head, even though they were either okay with it and they start bringing problems. I feel like you should be happy that your woman is around and doing amazing things and supportive and everything. Because successful as a man, I feel like as long as you're providing, it doesn't matter if you're making more or less, or your woman has more leadership or not. Like there's some men, their dream is owning, being a garage, owning, being technicians and things. As long as you're living that and you're okay, find a woman who's okay with that. And you should be okay if your woman wants to be a leader in the society or grow up. Like that should not diminish. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Okay, Miss Paula. I got you.
Hey, we lost somebody.
I got him.
That was my fault. That was my fault.
I got you. And I'm glad you back because you up next. And
yeah, I'm waiting to hear his point. Like I've been waiting.
Yeah,
like.
The dynamic of the video, because Kamala Harris is about to be hopefully the next president. But a lot of men are fearing that a woman in power. That dynamic is about the shift. So, man, Professor, your thoughts on that dynamic of men, powerful men fearing, or men in general.
Men in general. That's what I'm about to say. Not just powerful men, men in general.
Yeah.
A lot of it, the video did cover, but one thing that it left off is biblical patriarchy, where in the Bible, whether you like it or not, it's man-centric. The man is the leader of the church. The man is the leader of the house. The man is the lead publicly, while women have always been forced to take a back seat. And I say it biblically, and actually it goes on in countries nowadays where you have Sharia law, where women can't dress a certain way, women can't hold certain
Islamic
offices,
country, yeah.
women can't do a whole lot of things that the men are privileged to be able to do, and by birthright given the right to do. So that spills over in every society. It's now, whether or not we want to admit it here in America, it spills over a lot. Where some men blame women for, like the women's liberation movement of destroying civilization and this and that. And it's about, like the video said, like the narration in the video said, it's all about losing a whole lot of power that you're used to having. It's the same reason why certain races don't want to give other races the right to do certain things or to share power. It's all the same thing.
I like that. God damn, Matt Professor boy went on the road. What about you, Pharaoh King?
Hey man, I don't have much to add other than like I said last week, 29 other countries have women in power.
Right.
You know, and with that
Including
being said, they're
Tanzania.
not doing that bad. And you know, once again, the change of face is scared for them. They're scared to give up the power, scared to give up their leverage, scared to give up their money.
Mhm.
You know, just losing everything that probably won't happen, but because it's a change of the guard, they're not foreseeing it. Kind of like when was it when 2000 came in 1999, everybody was pulling their money, you know, out of the ATMs because 2000 might change.
Y2K. Y2K.
Mhm.
Right, like 2K. So, but nothing happened. So,
Yeah.
if anything, we just kept it moving. So why can't they just
Yeah.
look at it the same way? You know.
I got you. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
Um, I was raised by a woman, and most of us were taught by women principles, women in leadership. And for me, growing up, seeing that, and my mom being the woman that she is, she never, submitted to a man trying to, you know, uh, th- make her feel little than what she is. And she's won several lawsuits in the city of Baltimore on her job for her not getting promoted. And now when she retired, there were only two people over top of her. That was the mayor and the director of public works.
Okay.
And for me, seeing that and growing up, you know, s- most men are fear of change. And when you fear change or you fear you can't have what you used to have, you will try to do anything to retain that. Even, what Donald Trump is doing, trying to make her seem like she's just now being black, trying to make her feel smaller or little than what but she's taking the high road on it. She
Yeah.
laughing and smiling,
Yeah.
and that's what my mom would have done.
Yeah. And
So it changes everything, and they don't want to, like you were saying about the interracial marriages and everything else. Some people are just afraid that they're not going to have what they used to have, and in the
yeah.
beginning, you didn't have anything. So what the hell?
Yeah.
Embrace it.
Right.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring that up as well. The aspect that Donald Trump is trying to do with Kamala Harris, it's kind of sickening because he really can't talk about a record or whatever, or he can talk about a record, but he seems to talk about her being a woman, him and his vice president pick. So, man,
Hmm.
Professor, your thoughts on that dynamic? Why are they so afraid of Kamala Harris and what she brings to the table?
Well, you just brought it up. It's her
Hmm.
record. Her record. She has a record of getting shit accomplished. It's like I did in one of my own videos. She implemented policy that got truancy cut almost more than half in the city when she was
But
district
charging the
attorney of
mothers.
when she
Hmm.
was district attorney in San Francisco. She went after environmental companies with negative environmental impact. She did a whole lot of stuff, so she has records to stand on. Whereas J.D. Vance, the only thing he can actually say was, "I
Wrote,
graduated from Yale,"
and I
and
wrote a
that's
book.
pretty. I lied in a book that was supposedly based on my life, and made a movie about it, which no one cared about.
I mean, no
And
offense.
Trump,
How many people write books these days? Like everybody's a fucking
exactly. Shit,
author.
I almost wrote a damn book and I got bored. So I mean, that's not, that's not the flex that he wanted it to be. So I mean, like I said, the two of them have nothing that they can stand on because,
Mm-mm.
and we've said this before. Trump, his only accomplishments is not letting his daddy's business that he built failed, and that's only because of the way his daddy did it.
I got you. I got you.
Hmm.
I got you. Pharaoh King, your thoughts. I mean, they try to belittle this woman. They're trying to make her feel less than nothing. But I don't think it's going to work. They need to try to change tactics, or you think they're going to keep going down this road?
Hmm.
They're gonna keep on this road because that's the only road they know,
Right.
as well as they're not educated enough to talk about policies to try to overthrow what she's doing or make it themselves feel better. So as far as they keep going down this road, there's no turns. It's a straight road for them. They're going to lose. She's an educated woman. It's proven, and they're scared. So of course you got to try to be little people and talk about them to make yourself feel bigger. But all you're doing is hurting yourself in the long run.
Yeah, and I think the same thing. I think they're hurting themselves in the long run. But Tim Dog, they're persistent though. They're persistent and they keep
Man,
coming at it.
listen, a dog has habits. Don't mean it's going to
Right,
get anything.
right, right.
Be
I
damn.
like that.
A dog is persistent at getting nowhere. So shit.
Until they train.
That's right. So Tim Dog, your thoughts on how they're coming at her? Do you think that
Well,
it's going to be effective, or it's going to
no,
turn some people off, or turn some people towards on Kamala Harris?
it already has happened. And there are people,
Exactly.
especially in the swing states, where Donald Trump had, Donald Trump is a joke. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to get that song out my head. But anyway, no, where when he was Biden was in, Biden had maybe like 43%. Donald Trump had like 46%. Now it's flip flopping, whereas
Hmm.
Kamala Harris has maybe like 45%, and Donald Trump has 46%. So she's gaining that ground. And I've listened to the news, different, reading articles on, on the web and stuff, but every woman, to include Amy Barrett in the Supreme Court, realizes that their body, their physical being is in jeopardy, because there should be no way that any man should tell a woman what to do with their body. That's just like, what's going to be next? You forcing every man after a certain age to get a vasectomy? You don't hear anything about that. You don't hear
But
anything about the changes in what they want to do to, enhance reproduction. All they want to
but
do is and stop it.
that
I
goes
mean,
to that
mm,
goes to
mm,
patriarchal control,
yep.
and why Viagra is considered a is considered is considered a medicine that drug companies and insurance companies will pay for, and birth control isn't. They
Yeah.
had to
Mhm.
they had to do their best to get birth control put on accepted lists for prescriptions and to have insurance pay for it, whereas Viagra is already there because men control everything in this
Yep.
country, for good or for bad. Men control everything, and it's like I said, that's why you get this kind of these types of issues where men don't want to share power with women, with certain women especially, and why everything is man centered, which is why
Mm-hmm.
whether you like abortion or not, people, it's why abortion was made illegal in a lot of places, because men control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Miss Paul, let me get you in here because you say that
Until
you come
they
from a
need to get
country.
one to get rid of a baby they don't want.
That part.
Yeah, Miss Paul, let me ask you this. You say you come from a country, it was male dominant up until what, a couple of years ago?
Recently, yeah.
So how does that look when that change happened? You know what I'm saying? Because like you say, like we've been saying, the men were always in charge. But then when they made that change over to the woman that's the president of Tanzania, what's her name?
Shamir,
I can't-
Mama Shamir.
Okay,
Mama Shamir. Mama Shamir,
Her
Mama
name,
okay,
Shana
okay.
Makuta.
her name
But
is
but
Shamir, but they call her Mama, which is Swahili for mother.
okay, okay.
Yes.
But how did that dynamic change?
So
Because this country might be doing the same thing, and they have to accept that a woman is actually in charge of, I guess, this great country that we live in, and she got her finger on the button. So
so the thing
your thoughts?
is,
And in
um,
the air.
this is the thing, because ours was a different situation, right? We had a president who was kind of being turning the country back to dictatorship and everything, and then he passed away, and then the vice president became the president. So at that time, of course, the country's gonna be happy because at least we have new. And but then she's beloved, she's loved. Everybody was happy. I don't know exactly in the beginning if it was the happiness that it's a woman, because a lot of women were happy because we have a female president. But I don't know if for the men it was because, oh, thank God that other president is gone, like we have a new president, or like really truly happy that it's a woman. But then I'm a government kid, so I do have a lot of family in the government and friends. And I was the male people in the government, they are excited. They were excited. They were happy. They've been enjoying working with her. But now, because elections are coming up, and because she wasn't chosen,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
things are kind of turning different. But she has done an amazing job. She's beloved. Like when you watch videos or anything, like, and half of the men I've spoken to love her. But because politics is a dirty game, and at the end of the day, the party wants somebody who they want, so now they're trying to be a little crooked. But we embraced it.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm
Pharaoh
sorry.
King,
What's a government kid?
that her dad worked for the government, so she's been around government
Family.
people all her life.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
get like free cheese and stuff like that.
You do.
You just to say some dumb shit like that, you get okay.
Thank
You
you.
do. You do.
Because I didn't want to have to say it.
Yeah,
Because I was gonna go hard. I was gonna go hard ER on him.
yeah, me too.
Man, come on! I know what it was. Good lord!
That's why you was gonna get it.
And just because you know what it was, you're gonna get another one. But hey, Pharaoh
Oh,
King, my
it's
thoughts.
like a princess.
I got you. But my question to you, Pharaoh King, is, like she said that, that the guy died and she wasn't voted in. And basically the Republicans basically saying the same thing, that, Joe Biden was the president and he stepped down. The delegate's supposed to go to him, but now they're making that switch to Kamala Harris. But they're having a big issue with that. But you see a lot of men. I saw white men for Kamala. Out there, they raised like
I
White
saw even
dudes.
teenage white
White
kids
dudes
holding
there.
bands
Yeah.
and singing. And
yeah.
You
So
turn.
now you seeing like I guess a changing of the guards. But why are so many of these? Now I want to say men. I'm not going to categorize in a certain race, but why are they so stubborn about making a change to a woman? Your
Because
thoughts?
it's change.
Man, there's a lot of chauvinists out there, man. A lot of misogynists
Yeah.
out there. So I
That's
mean,
the fact.
there's so, like, I mean, I know you've heard people talking, and you've been like, man, how the hell are you still married, or how the hell you got a girlfriend? So there's a lot of that out there. So with that being said, it's nothing strange, nothing new, nothing we haven't seen or heard before.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, since he mentioned it, the misogynist, whatever. When I started podcasting Talk Shit with P season 1, there's an episode on that. So y'all go listen and get your minds ready and support this woman to be the president of America. Promotion over there.
So I heard this joke from, I'm gonna say, a white individual. He's like, hey, I know y'all have heard this before. What have you told a woman that has 2 black eyes?
Nothing. She's already been told twice.
Right. And that was told to me by, a person, of another.
That's a horrible joke, but that shit is funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is, but it shows a misogynistic view behind it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
The
males on this panel, we all have pretty much the same view and concept of respecting a woman, regardless of what the situation, what power she may have. And to me, it's all about the way you were raised. And the dad probably was the dominant figure in their family, and he made sure that the wife stayed in her place, as they used to say. And I'm sure with 45, it was probably the same way with his dad and his mom. And he probably does that with Melania and all the other women before that, and they probably left because of that.
Well, I'm going to be like man on the street. I'm going to push back on that because I've heard a lot of black families where the men didn't want the wives in the workforce.
Right.
And
same thing. I'm not saying it's just a white thing. I'm just saying I was using him as an example. But yeah,
I got that
it doesn't matter what race. It's all about the way you were raised, what that father figure, what he was to you growing up. Was he
No,
the
I get that.
hero? So
I get that, but the dynamic is they are in a position to make the call. We were
right.
not. So why would I want to give up my place for a woman when we have this under control per se? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the
So
change. They figure
right,
women or females, oh, they're gonna turn everything around. They can't do war. They don't know battle. But
man,
you
listen,
can't say
we
that.
have
Just like
We
they
two.
used to
battle
say
you
about
all
us,
every
we
fucking
were
day.
uneducated. We could never learn.
Yeah,
We
And
but
once
battle
we
look,
didn't,
men in these
they were afraid
positions
of
every
that.
day.
Think
right. So
about it.
look at the position. Look at the position that America's in to have two, basically retirees still in position. You know, I mean, think about it. Like, why aren't we big? Why aren't we doing the 35, 40, 50-year old presidents like we discussed before?
Yeah.
But we're talking about senior citizens running the country. That shit ain't right
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they don't want to
Yeah.
relieve or relinquish their power.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Democrats, they set
Because
this up though.
they're
They
not
set
the
it
ones
up.
that made a bill so they can't do day trading while they're in office.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm
Yeah.
Right. So that
Yeah.
just shows the power that they had is they make the laws that did not affect them, but everybody in the
Yeah.
world or everybody in America could not do it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Once
That's
again, it's
true.
about that
Yeah. So it's just
mentality of
relinquishing. Yeah,
change.
relinquishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the
Just think
slaves were
about it.
freed, what they
If
do in
I'm
the
growing
South?
up, no, if I'm growing up and we all have the same background, I'm growing up and I finally get a job to where I figure out that these people are making money a certain way. You're going to gravitate toward that regardless of your morals. You're going to be like,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't do it, but that money's coming in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's,
I'm gonna like maybe I'll just dabble here, I'll dabble there. Next you know it becomes a habit. You'll be hit
Why
you'll
people
be
become
hitting
drug dealers? You think
no,
people become drug dealers because they have no morals? No, they become drug
no.
dealers because the money easy.
Yeah,
exactly.
and
So I'm
I wouldn't
saying
have
that
done it.
that could
Not
be
me.
a path or avenue that a lot of these people have followed, regardless of how they came up.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
true that, but they were influenced by something or
I just said that.
someone. I know, but what I'm saying is
I just said
that
that. That
influence
Herman bird
doesn't.
got you fucked up.
No, it doesn't always mean that the influence came early in their life. Just like you were saying, it could have came later in their life. But
I just
either
said
way,
that.
In short, y'all
didn't I
saying the
just say
same
you said that?
shit.
You weren't
What?
Yeah.
saying that. What you got bacon in
No.
your ears?
Me jump in there. My thing is, I agree with what y'all say, but my thing is, Matt Professor, the question to you and Miss Paula, because Miss Paula, you don't have any kids, right?
That you know of.
Well,
That you know of.
That she know of.
I would hope she
Literally,
know.
But
I
I would hope
she
she
knows.
know.
I
But
pop
but
my
my next
pussy
thing
right
is,
open and I
with his
eat
vice
that puss
president
and then I don't talk
talking
Hey,
about,
there's
about it.
woman equality. There's woman equality. She
yeah.
can never
But when he was talking about, married people should have more rights than single people. When you heard that, Matt Professor, what went through your mind when you
Only
heard
thing I could think of.
a guy that might be if Donald Trump is the next president, one step away for being the president?
Only thing I could think of was that's just as stupid as these single mothers online now talking about they'll only date men who in from 2-parent homes. I mean, that's just the stupidest shit in the world.
That's an
How
oxymoron.
exactly? You a single mother, but you'll only date a man who came from a double parent household.
But
Shut
they
your
Why?
got
dumb
Because
four
they're
ass
gonna,
up.
kids.
That's why
because
you
they're gonna
still
stick
single.
around.
Because
I have men who have come from single parents and acting stupid out here on the streets and like
well,
the
no,
fuck.
that's their point. That's their point that single parents raise idiots
N-
as men. But
No, I'm
this
saying they
man,
come from double.
saying that only married people should get should get
Certain rights,
privileges.
more
Mm-hmm.
rights,
Should get
more privileges.
privileges.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in the Bible that you love, that you claim so much to love, that were single, that weren't
What
Mm.
married. So I
what
mean,
privileges you talking about?
which JD Vance was saying
Yeah.
that some women that certain people, especially because it's single mothers, which is why he said this shit, that
Yeah.
single black mothers especially, but anyway, single people shouldn't have the same privileges that married people have, like certain rights to certain insurance and shit like that. But like I
The
said,
fuck?
He also, I mean, to cut you off, Matt, because he also say that women that don't have kids
right.
shouldn't have the same
Mhm.
rights as
No.
people that have kids.
Okay.
Like I
Basically, he
said,
was saying that.
All right. Hey, all you women out there, vote for Trump if you want to. I'm saying vote for him if you want to.
But the man, but like I said, the man, I'm gonna hurry this up. The man is he's trying to appeal to a base that doesn't exist, and he's trying to make and he's trying to come off as intellectual. He's trying to come off as Christian, and he's just coming off as a damn fool. I mean, Jesus wasn't married.
Christians killed a lot of people.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to ask you, Miss Paula. You know, a single woman that doesn't have any kids. I know you engaged, but you're a single woman that doesn't have any kids.
Excuse me.
Right? I thought you said you was engaged.
I said I was asked to. I never said I was engaged. I said
okay, my bad.
She said she was engaging.
Together, bro.
Paula, when's the wedding, Paula? When's the wedding, Paula?
Get your shit together, bro.
My bad, player. My bad. Don't shoot. I'm gonna give myself a.
Don't do it.
I give myself.
Don't do
crazy.
I got you. So my question to you is though.
That's why she got green hair. She's running from somebody.
My question to you is, when you hear something like that, saying that you know that you are a woman without kids, you don't have the same rights as somebody that has kids. You know, is that a slap in your face?
It really is, because one, aren't we all paying taxes and shit? So should we pay cheaper taxes because we don't have kids, right? And we're not getting those rights. So reduce our taxes 20, 50%, half, because I'm sorry, right? So maybe 15% of my taxes. Or better yet, let me not pay taxes.
You don't want to say that, because then there'll be a lot more divorces in this some bitch.
And that's one thing they trying to stop too.
And also, for whoever those females was saying that you only have to come to from a
married
married household, like those niggas ain't shit either. Like just because it doesn't matter what household you come. I've seen single mother raise amazing, incredible men, and
like me.
The fact that you said that.
Please don't kill him.
Okay. Hey, but they said 2-parent household. They didn't say a man and a woman. They just said a 2-parent household.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Paula, you keep going in and out on my end. You might want to get your microphone just a little closer for me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Like, it doesn't matter. And I've had people who are literally, their parents still together, and they have 2-3 baby mamas, 2-3 divorces, like the fuck. So it's just on a person, and so y'all just don't know what the fuck you're talking, and you're a baby mama. Shut the fuck up. And
I guess what I'm saying on this issue is that that's one of the most idiotic things, like the manifesto that ever
truly
heard.
Was
that you lose rights because that you don't have kids or you're not married, and people that are married that have kids, you know, they should get more rights or whatnot. And like you say, Miss Paula, hey, if that's the case, lower my taxes. Why I'm paying the same taxes as somebody that's married? If that's what you want, if that's what you want.
Are we going to be going to places and they're going to ask, how many kids, do you have kids or no kids? Are you like, I know we already get us single married on some forms, but now 0 kids, 1 kid, 2 kids, you charge by that. You get these benefits. Or we're going to lower because you have no kids. The fuck? Like, what is this, a supermarket?
Hey, but that's a good point too. Filing taxes yearly.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
Based on if you have kids or not.
And that's the reason a lot of people do get married.
That's right.
Finance.
we gonna keep this going along. Going from one idiotic goddamn I guess what was speech to somebody else saying something idiotic. I don't know if y'all saw this. Jesse Waters said this the other night on the 5. And I'm gonna get y'all Tim Dog, you up first after the video. I'm gonna get your thoughts on what he said.
Does voting for Democrats or women make you gay? Well, Fox News host Jesse Waters appears to think so. He even stated that men who vote for women essentially become women themselves. During a discussion about a record-breaking fundraising call titled White Dudes for Harris on Tuesday's episode of The 5, he mocked the situation and questioned why any man would support the Democratic Party, suggesting it must stem from mommy issues.
Now, I don't see why any man would vote Democrat. It's not the party of virtue, security. It's not the party of strength. It's definitely not the party of family. And to be a man and then vote for a woman just because she's a woman is either childish, that person has mommy issues, or they're just trying to be accepted by other women. And I heard the scientists say the other day that when a man votes for a woman, he actually transitions into a woman.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Hey, he come right out of a comic book, just like Jim Kelly says. So Tim, Dog, your thoughts? Vote for a woman. You transition.
First of all, I want to say.
So I'm waiting to see y'all transition to
Wait,
women.
Paula.
Kiss my ass.
Paula,
First
you
of
get
all.
the first one. There you go.
No, I got the first one.
No, you got the first one. She's the first one for her. But go ahead, Tim, Dog, your thoughts.
Man, first of all, this motherfucker has no girlfriend and he's gay. Looking like a Archie on the comic book. Look at the part in his head, looking so sweet, talking about, hey man, I'm available. Man, get the fuck out of here. First, he trying to get ratings. He trying to kiss ass. Maybe he want to be 45's press secretary. I don't know. But first of all the women on there.
He gonna press his lips on somebody.
No, he gonna get beat up when he leaves the studio. That's what's gonna happen. All the motherfuckers that work in that Fox, who working there just for a paycheck, not for the political shit. Oh, they gonna get his ass if he ain't got it already.
Yeah.
That is why a lot of these people are turning off towards that whole, as Mad Professor call them, maggots. The maggots. I mean, you just saying shit just to be saying it, to see, throwing shit up against the wall and see what sticks.
Right.
And that's it.
That's a great analogy.
Talk, Mad Professor, because I want you to go next. But that's why a lot of people are turning off the mainstream media. That's why a lot of people don't listen to the mainstream media, because, like I say, growing up, you only had 3 channels: ABC, CBS, and I think and NBC. Walter Cronkite, and that's the way it is. And when you say today, that's how old I am. But for him to say something like that, and then he try to justify it and say that the scientists say this. What scientists are he talking
lying
about?
to get around.
That's what I was about to get at.
around.
Why people like him and Trump, whenever they say something stupid, they say somebody said without saying who it was that actually damn said it. If you're gonna put that shit out there, put it out there. And I have a question for Mr. Dumbass Waters, who is obviously trying to go for the dumbest fucking person in media. If voting for a woman eventually turns you into a woman, does voting for an idiot turn you into an idiot? Because motherfucker, I could tell you voted for a lot of idiotic candidates. I mean, that's just the stupidest damn thing I've ever heard in my life. So let me get this straight, Mr. Waters. Let me get this straight. Your look is one of intelligence, because if I watch an idiot, do I become an idiot also? Because I felt like my IQ dropped like 16 points just watching that short ass video of him. I mean, like Tim said, he just said shit just to say something, to get people to talk about his dumb ass. And unfortunately, in today's society and with us, we're guilty of it. It works because you just can't let stupid. It's what one of my favorite comics used to say. Here's your sign when he said he wanted to walk around and give people a sign that says I'm stupid. He should go ahead and take his sign.
Yeah. I think that Jeff Foxworthy was.
No, it wasn't Jeff Foxworthy. It was somebody that was with him.
It's the other dude. It's the other dude. Yeah, it's the other dude.
I can't remember his name right now, but yeah.
Bill
Joe Rogan.
Bill Engvall. Yeah, Bill Engvall. Yeah, that's right.
Bill Engvall. Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
I like him. Yeah, man.
Thank you, because Joe Rogan needs a time too.
What is Tim on today? I'm curious.
I guess what I'm saying is,
I think Tim got heat stroke
because he's basically saying that if you he's
ain't no basically. He said if you go for a woman, you're gonna become a man. He ain't basically say shit.
He said it.
Him and his sign.
Even when he said that, the woman on the panel was like, "What?" She was even flabbergasted.
Yeah.
So
she's like, "What the fuck you saying?"
My question.
And he called them idiots. Basically, he called them all idiots too.
Oh my goodness!
If you listen to it, he basically talked down to them.
He talking down to every man that ever voted for a woman.
He went home.
That's right.
how the conversation with his mother or grandmother or aunt, like, is he married? Does he have a wife?
No, he's
Yeah,
not
no,
married.
he's married.
And he has no
I thought he
kids.
was.
You sure?
I thought
He live in
I
an
don't think he
apartment.
is.
Somebody
he ain't
sent me a
married.
comment.
He lives in an apartment with some cats.
No, somebody sent me somebody. This was somebody because I posted the video on my channel. Somebody sent me somebody commented. I don't know if it's true or not. So I'm gonna say allegedly. They say that he cheated on his wife and married his side chick and had some kids. So I don't know if it's true or not.
Is it the same kind of girlfriend wife that Tim Scott had?
Basically the same man that says that talking about the Democratic Party don't believe in family. He actually went and did something that he's opposed to. You understand what I'm trying to say, Ms. Paula? I mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah. My whole thing is, if he does have kids and if he does have a daughter, imagine your daughter running for class president or, all this shit.
Right.
So you are literally telling that she should only get votes from the women, because if any guy votes for him, they're going to turn women.
That shit ain't
does that
true.
make sense? Like, I'm pretty sure your parents, your mother or your aunt, your grandmother, they had to run through some things which they needed to be voted for. We have all run through something that required voting. Right now, I'm asking for votes. So the men who come vote for me, are they gonna be women? Like what?
Yeah. And when I heard that, man, I was like, man, what the hell is this guy talking about? I understand that you're trying to get ratings up, but you have to say to yourself,
want to make yourself look stupid? Like, that is some stupid
that's right.
shit.
You see the words coming out your mouth. You sometimes, what they say, you speak before
tight
you
ass
think.
suit on.
Yeah, he spoke before he thought about that. And I know hopefully my
I can't see on TV because
that,
I cuss, but niggas are allowed to talk shit like that on TV. Like, come on, man. Like, unless someone gives some good information with my cussing, the fuck?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, why didn't the women do more pushback though? You know what I'm saying? They just said that all they say was what it should have started a whole argument.
They never do. They trying to get their pay too.
That's what I'm about
in
to
their
say.
mind, they like, what the fuck is he saying? But on the show, they like,
probably as soon as it went cut on break, those people fired up. Because again, at certain level, if it's your job and stuff, maybe you also don't want to be named like, oh, she went crazy on air. Because trust me, they're gonna turn it on the women who react instead of what the man say. So
is that black lady still on Fox?
That
broadcast newscaster.
Yeah, it had Fox in the corner.
That's right.
No, I'm saying is the black lady still on Fox?
Of course.
Yeah, she's still on there. But
her and that black dude. Oh, Lord.
He sounds so disappointed.
I know you said a little bit, Pharaoh, but the idiocy of the comment. When you heard it, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
Idiocracy, the movie Idiocracy. That's what went through my mind, because there's no way that a person could fix their lips to say something so stupid and think that they actually said something intelligent. And I want to know who the hell even let. I know they had to look at his little speech theme before he said it. They was like, you know what? Let's let him go ahead and run with it.
I'm gonna say, listening to the video, I did hear somebody right after he said it go, "What? Really?" Like,
that's what I'm saying.
But the problem is they don't get enough pushback to idiocy like that on Fox, which is why as much as I try to watch it just to see what stupidity they're talking about, I tap out after like 3 minutes, because it's just dumb shit after dumb thing after idiot thing. And the worst one to me, he's the worst because he has his own show on his own primetime show now. So he's trying to out Tucker Carlson, which is the problem. Show? Yeah, he replaced Tucker Carlson, who was a big idiot. Too. He's trying to prove he's this much of an idiot over Tucker Carlson.
Oh boy,
no, it was Tucker when they fired Tucker. Nah, Tucker replaced O'Reilly.
I'm saying they fired Tucker.
Tucker they fired last year.
Jesse. I mean,
they put Jesse Waters on in place of Tucker Carlson last year. Because remember, Riley used to come on before.
That's why Jesse doing that. That's why he's doing it, to keep his job.
To keep the idiots satiated. But like I said, he's trying to prove he's a bigger idiot than Tucker Carlson, because he doesn't have the charm that Tucker Carlson. It's just like with Trump. Trump has a certain charm that makes you want to hear what his dumb ass is saying. Jesse Waters doesn't
Yeah.
have charm. He just has lunacy and dumb and idiocy that he sprouts from his talking hole, which he should only
Yeah.
use to she should only use to eat with, because he's just like I said, he's just the
No.
biggest dummy.
And
I don't
breathe.
even think he'll
That's
eat
it.
No, he don't need to no
Yeah.
breathe through his nose so that way he controls what his mouth says.
And, you
Thank
know,
What's that
like
movie
I say,
when people had no lips?
Shit.
I don't know that movie, but my thoughts is it's just a crazy, just crazy thing that come out your mouth, and just crazy come out your mouth. I don't know if y'all saw what my man Joe Brown said about Kamala Harris, but y'all see, is it fair game what Joe Brown said? Tim Dog, you up first after this video.
But I gotta ask you about Kamala Harris. How you feel about her?
She's a piece of she lacked professional competence, and she worked on it by hiking up her hemline when she needed influence rather than researching. And she had a reputation amongst the trial lawyers of being lazy. She just hike her skirt up and try to flirt, and she wasn't that good in the courtroom, if not pretty bad in the courtroom. So I'm not surprised at what she does. She's 60 years old, and I think listening to her word salad and the way she talks, I think she's got early onset dementia and also some problems with menopausal complications. In this city years ago, I used to represent a whole bunch of pimps and hoes, and I know a hoe when I see one. And I say this, I don't care, women, you do what you want to do if you want to have recreational sex, but when you do the casting couch or anything else for professional purposes to get paid or advance, you a hoe.
Oh man. My thing is
Speaking
my
of fucking
thing is,
dementia.
yeah, my thing is when I heard what he said, and this is supposed to be, it's not just only him, you know, Dr. Umar says something, you know.
I don't want to talk
you
about
know,
him either.
Yeah, you know, what's my man name? Charleston White says something, but
No.
I'm not
Fuck him.
really.
The fuck
I'm not
is
really
Charleston? When
particular.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but who the living hell is Charleston fucking White? What has he ever done in his goddamn life other than
But
getting
that's
his
what I was
ass
about to say.
kicked? Fuck him.
What I was about to say, what I was about to say was that Charleston White, I don't really care, you know, because he don't have, but you got people like Joe Brown, and then you got people like Dr. Umar. They carry, a lot of people do listen to what they say. So Tim Dog, your thoughts on what Joe Brown said?
I'm not surprised. All right. I mean, Joe Brown was a hard-nosed, old school judge. He ain't taking no shit. But at the same time, he's one of those men that we talked about in the first segment of our show, who's afraid of a woman dominance. I mean, he didn't say any hyping up a skirt. How you know? Did you get some?
Right.
Oh, he mad because he ain't get none. That's what it
Get none.
is. He
Right.
ain't get none. So to demoralize, to demonize, to do all those say all those hateful things about someone that he really don't know. He don't know her. And to say that, especially a black man of his stature, but that's how he is. He's a Republican. He loves some 45. So I'm not surprised that whoever produced that show purposely went out and got him just because they knew what he was going to say.
Yeah, that's another show. It's called The Art of Dialogue. It's a pretty good show. I do watch some of the videos that they do. But my question to you, Ms.
But is
Paula,
that the
is
Joe
this.
Brown that had a TV show?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
He's
yeah,
old as hell.
yeah.
Yeah.
But my question to
Onset
you,
dementia. That's what he's saying it because he got it.
my question to you, Ms. Paula, is this. You know, you're a successful podcaster, and to hear somebody like that, to hear somebody that you probably that you know that probably helped you in the podcasting world, and you make it big in the podcasting world. You got your own television show, you own 7 days a week, and you got all these followers. But then to hear somebody to come on and say something like that about you, if hypothetical now, I'm just not saying that it would say that about you, so don't get me wrong. But to
I
hear
mean, it
somebody say
can.
that about
It
yeah,
can.
to hear somebody say somebody like that about a woman, a black woman at that,
Like
how,
man on
how
the
does that
street would
make you
talk
feel?
about Paula like that. That one.
That's what I'm trying to say. How would that
Yeah, I
make you
know.
feel though to hear something like that? How did it make you feel when you heard what he said about that she only got where she's at because she hiked up her skirt. You can tell he old because they don't even say that shit no more.
Like you mean when Tim
Pimps
found
and
out
hoes.
that when after all this time Tim didn't know what my podcast was and he found out it was about mental health and he said, "Do I have myself as a guest because I need to, you know?" So I get
But
it.
Tim get a Negro please.
Man, come on now.
He's joking though. He's joking. He's joking.
It is okay,
joking.
Tim.
He's
It is
joking.
okay. Okay. It is okay.
Hey, if I didn't wish for
go,
your
Miss Paula.
success, I wouldn't have voted for your
I know.
psychotic
I appreciate
ass.
your vote, and
he
I
about
am
to turn to a
crazy,
woman.
and I do take my own advice. So, it's all good. So you
Go ahead,
see,
Miss
when you
Paula.
talk about me, something that is true, I'm on that shit and be. But I feel like I am tired of men who when once a woman is successful at a level they didn't expect them to be. Because how come you didn't say all this shit? Because hasn't she been a VP? Why none of this shit was said? But now she's running for president. You want to talk about that? You could have talked about that all the time. Why does it always have to be, oh, a woman climbed because she opened her legs? Like, excuse me? Like, and it's not just that. I've also seen a lot of comments. I don't do politics. I don't follow as much. I'm sorry. And I don't know as much of her history. But when people were bringing up, oh, she locked black men, so fuck her. But at the end of the day, no offense, if we are trying not to be racist, if black men do shit that requires them to go to jail, lock them up. Just like when we want white men when they do shit that it shouldn't be all because I'm a black judge or lawyer, even though you did some shit, I'm not gonna send you because you're my homie. And then no, it should all rules should work for everybody. So in fact, you should be happy that a person who is willing to make the city safe, whether you're color, it doesn't matter, whether you're black or white, if you did some fucked up shit, you're gonna get locked up. So people, stop with these stories and actually look at the success of her. Like, does she do what she says she does when she does it? And you're a man who keep on bringing the scars and talking all this bullshit. Why didn't you talk when she was a VP? Why didn't you talk when you were mentoring her? When you mentoring her, when you part of her, the team? So did you want her to open the legs for you and she refused and now you want to talk this bullshit? Because the fuck? Shut your mouth and keep quiet if you ain't got shit to say.
I would say this before we go to you, Mad Professor. He's been talking this about Kamala Harris, though.
All along?
Yeah. He's been saying it, but he hasn't said it in this vitriol that he said it in that interview. You know what I'm saying? He's been saying things about her, but the way that he said it. Has there been evidence? You can go back and you can go back and watch these old videos. He's been talking this about Kamala Harris, but what I'm saying is he didn't say it in this vitriol, and that's what I want to say to you. Go to you, Mad Professor. Is the way that he said it, and why now? Why you could have keep saying that she wasn't the best lawyer, she wasn't the best district attorney, or you know what I'm saying? But the way that he went and calling her out her name and things like that, I think that was uncalled for. Your thoughts, Mad Professor?
The problem I have with this old POS is that, and I looked it up for the video I did on Kamala Harris. Prosecutions or convictions under her administration when she was the district attorney went up nearly 20%, with gun convictions going up more than 90%. That's right. So you don't do that. You can't get those kind of numbers with your goddamn skirt hyped up. In fact, drug convictions went up almost 20% during her time, and that was during her first stint as district attorney, because she was elected as district attorney in San Francisco twice. So, and I want to see what his qualifications are, because last time I checked, he was fucking barred from being a judge. He can't even be an attorney anymore because they pulled his law license. So he needs to shut his stupid ass up. I mean, when you get that old that you and that dementia written that you have to say some silly shit like that, you don't need to be in the public eye. No goddamn more. It's part of the reason why we got rid of Joe Biden. Okay, so it's time to let Judge Joe go his old ass to his old home and let the hospice people take care of his ass, because clearly he's not doing well.
He was already in hospice.
When somebody says that shitful and hateful, I don't give a fuck what I say about him no more. He don't deserve my goddamn sympathy. He is a pathetic ass man who can't stand women, number one, because I don't think he's ever been married. He can't stand women because if you looked at his stupid ass show, every woman that he didn't like, he would jump all in their ass like they was worthless. So fuck that man. In fact, the fact that he just had to say he used to rule over pimps and hoes right there shows what he thinks about women.
And that's the thing. When people are trying to stay relevant, they're gonna just say some shit. And right now, because it's the VP, so maybe that's why he went deeper. It's like now everybody's gonna talk about me because now I'm not saying the same shit I was saying, but I added a little bit juicy to it so I can keep staying relevant. But nobody gives a fuck about
flavor.
it.
Add a little bit more lunacy.
I got
all
you.
he
Pharaoh
did.
King, jump in there, Pharaoh King. Your thoughts when you heard what Joe Brown had to say?
Man, listen, that dude, he's a hateful old motherfucker. He didn't like Obama. And if I'm not mistaken, this Joker was
So
he
you
was
don't
locked
like
up
black people?
Yeah. He doesn't like black people. He was charged with 5 counts of contempt of court and getting verbally abusive during a child support case overseen by a magistrate judge, right? And that was because he was doing a favor for an acquaintance. So, but he did retain his law license, but I think it's gone now. Like they pulled it. So he's just a hateful dude, man. He's just evil.
Ain't nothing new.
And that's the thing that I get upset with. You got all these people that's supposed to be pro-black, but then you got a black woman or a black man, to ascend to the highest job in the land, and then you come out and say something. Yeah, then you come out and say something like that. That says something about you. That says something about how you look at the world, because you don't want to see them succeed. And it goes back to what you said, Matt Professor. I know he says something about she never passed any laws. What law did you pass?
Exactly. She was
type
attorney general. She had a lot of laws passed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As attorney general. So he full of it. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm gonna say this. And we brought it to saying about black women. I don't give a shit. If you say that kind of thing about any woman, it's fucking disgusting. Black, white, Hispanic, green, if she purple, I don't give a damn. It's distasteful.
Yeah, it's very distasteful. But like I say though, he's supposed to be speaking. They always
he's speaking for the MAGA supporters. He's not speaking for nobody else.
The maggots.
Yeah,
right.
But you know what I'm saying. But it's just crazy that he.
I
would
mean,
say
it's
something
okay
like
to
that.
just shut the fuck up and say and not share your thoughts.
Exactly.
Like, it is perfectly fine to just.
Well, she never passed any law. I done drunk a lot of bitches and hoes. And
that's what I'm saying.
It's just distasteful.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
It's just very distasteful, and like you say, sometimes it's best to be quiet.
Shut the fuck up.
Just shut your mouth. But ladies and gentlemen, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. And man, we had a great conversation. Oh man, y'all just don't know the conversation that we had. And we even got Miss Paula to talk politics tonight. And that's not her thing.
Oh, looking like a
got
punk rocker.
there, she got it in the mix. She got in the mix and she laid it down. And she laid it down just
one
right.
side is higher than the other. I've been
looking
at
your line messed up too.
Yeah.
They got you crooked.
It's all good. Go to your barber and tell your barber I say, when you go to your barber, you tell your barber I say, get my shit right the next time.
Don't go to one that got one eye looking the other way.
This is what happens when shit is free. You can't complain.
That's what happened. You got cut by a cock eye.
Now you can't complain. But ladies and gentlemen, like we always like to do, we like to leave you something to think about, something funny, or something to have you saying, man, what the hell are they talking about? So, Miss Paula P., what you got for the people?
So, June and July was a blessing month for me. Like, shit has just been amazing. And Sunday is a new moon. Today, my friend took me to a crystal store and bought me some crystals. And I wanted to share something about, because it's a new moon on Sunday. So this is what I'm going to leave you guys with. Never be afraid to protect your energy. There's a reason you don't see the moon every night. Energy is so powerful, and don't let the wrong energy suck you dry, because baby, you are meant to shine. And sometimes you're not shining because you're in the wrong energy. Protect your energy.
Miss Paula, man, I like that. I'm gonna tell you, I heard something today. What's my man from B2K? The dancing dude. What's his name? Oh man, the lead singer, Omarion.
Oh, Maria.
He said something, man, on the same line that you just say. That man, it hit home, and man, I tell you, I need to play the lottery because he said the same thing that you said. He said that if you know a person that's on their journey and they found peace, he said don't bother their peace because they're where they need to be. And if you come with the negativity, like you just said, the negativity, you're bringing them out of their space. And that's the space they were trying to get out of. So, Miss Paul, I'm gonna drop another one. There you go. Tim Dog, be more careful.
Whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, no, look, that was a dud.
We didn't hear shit. Did anybody hear?
Tim Dog, be more careful. What you got for the people?
Did you just acknowledge?
Can you hear?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, what you got for the people, man? Damn.
Hey, did y'all know? Do any of you know the origin of the chocolate chip cookie?
Oh shit!
My oven. I don't give a damn. My oven.
Well, believe it or
Chips
not.
Ahoy, goddamn it!
No, these are Chips Ahoy. No, but back in the 1930s, actually before that, cookies were used as a decorative to ice cream and coffee, tea, things like that. Until a woman decided that, hey, let's. She had a place called the Toll House Inn, and she used to sell these cookies with chocolate chips in them to the customers. And then eventually, word got out, and Nestle at the time said, "Hey, if you let us promote your recipe, and we'll give you some money and chocolate chips for the rest of your life." But in the beginning, they were called chocolate chips because it was a block of chocolate, and they took an ice pick. So you had to get the chips from the chocolate, and that's how she started with the chips from a chocolate bar, a huge bar, and then eventually Nestle made them smaller and discovered that people had to go to the store and get these chips, and that's when they started making the little drops.
Okay, thank you for that.
Man, you researched the shit out of that.
What they say, useless information is only useless if you don't use it.
But like you say, like I say when I went through about our closing statements, we're gonna give you something to think about, something funny, or something you be like,
hey, y'all better be glad I ain't say nothing about nature because I surely was. Last week it was crocodiles.
Tip dog, but thank you for that information. I'm gonna drop you a hacker bomb. There you go.
Oh, Raggy.
Man, Professor, what you got for the people before we go?
Man, I'm just gonna say something quick, shit, because I'm done. British author and philosopher Bertrand Russell said the whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and wiser people so full of doubts. So if you have a bunch of doubts, don't worry, you're on the right track.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that fool's thing is the entire conversation we're having right on.
And they got a picture of Donald Trump on there.
I got you. Pearl King, what you got for the people before we go?
Hey, so this is like we just heard Joe Brown, so this might go toward people listening to Joe Brown. If you let a person talk long enough, you'll hear their true intentions. Listen twice, speak once.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your bombs ain't going off today, dog. So,
I got it down low. Because I got it down low. See, here we go. No, still not going on.
That's the biggest download.
Man, throwing hand grenades.
Maybe the safeties are still on.
Yes. Well, it'll be right by the next time because I like this new setup that's going on. Everything went pretty well.
Yeah, man.
When I watch the video again, I'll see how well it actually went. But I'm just gonna
no comments what I said
earlier.
The comments.
Yeah. Huh?
No comments.
Go.
No comments.
Oh yeah, it's still here. Yeah.
No, nobody chimed in tonight.
Nobody chimed in tonight.
No, yes, my wife chimed in a bunch of times.
Okay, then, but it didn't show up on my end.
No comments, no bombs, no.
Yeah, no nothing. But hey,
Anyway,
we
we
here,
gonna
we
get it right.
here.
We gonna get it straight.
That's right. We're gonna
Yeah.
get it right.
Hey,
It's
we've been
a
here
work in
before.
progress. That's right. It's a
Dysfunction.
work in
We
progress.
figured
But
it
here
out.
we go. But like I said before, we figured it out. But the only thing I'm gonna say is I'm gonna harp on what I said earlier. If you're in a certain space, don't let people bring your energy down because people come with a bunch of negativity, and that's what I got about Joe Brown. He's trying to bring negativity to on Kamala Harris and the way that she's trying to become the next president of the United States. And we got people like that you have to tune out. You got to just tune them out because if you don't, hey, you be in the same situation as them. But before we go, Ms. Paula P, tell them how they can vote for you and tell them how they can follow you as well.
Oh my God. Thank you. You can find me anywhere and everywhere at Talk Shit with P. And when you go to my Instagram, you'll be able to see my post. It's pinned, and there'll be a link as well. When you click on the link on my bio, it will be there. Please go vote. Thank you very much. I'm in the mental health category, and you see Talk Shit with P and vote. And by the way, happy International Beer Day. So drink some Budweisers.
So it was International Beer Day a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah, it's
No,
hey, Miss Paula, they're
nobody
not paying
drinks
us. Miss
piss
Paula, they're
water.
not paying us.
Okay?
They're not
Oh, is
paying
it?
us. They're
Right.
not paying us yet. So we.
You never know. This might be the way they pay us.
Thank you.
We are
Yeah,
bringing
but
positivity, no negative
Budweiser
energy over
No.
here.
is piss water.
No,
I got
I ain't
you.
no Budweiser.
Okay, yes, I haven't gone
I
to
got you.
peace
I
anytime.
got you.
So
I like you, Miss Paula, but thank you. Make sure you go out and vote for Miss Paula. Hey, like you said before, shout it out one more time, Miss Paula. Shout it out again, please.
Slow
go to
down.
my Instagram at Talk Shit with P. There'll be a link over there, and you can go and vote. Voting is open from August 1st to October 1st. So please vote. Tell your nephews, your aunties, your uncles, your baby
It's a
mamas,
long
your
ass
baby
vote.
daddy, everybody. And if you have 4
Lord.
emails, use all of them. It's one
That's
vote
right.
per email per
But you
person.
can only vote one time.
And
Yes.
all I'm gonna say is this. Men, if you vote, you're not gonna turn into a woman. Okay, Tim Dog,
Right.
be more careful. Shout out your social so
Right.
people can follow you.
Okay, this is for the Mad Professor. I'm on Instagram. Father's Love 99.
Negro, please.
Thank you. Because honestly, we took so goddamn long. I forgot what I said before. It didn't matter anymore. So
I got you. I got you, Tim Dog. Yeah, make sure you follow Tim Dog on the site. It's about him, his son,
especially
and
if you
his
have
grandson.
insomnia.
That's right. But you get something out of it as well. Mad Professor still living in boot. Shout out your social so the people can follow you.
I'm just on YouTube at the Mad Professor 1. Instagram, I'm trying to recode those stupid videos for Instagram because they only like them a certain way. But it's the Mad Professor.1, the same way you see it on the screen.
Hey, he be talking about some nice shit though, and
That's
it's
what I'm
not
saying.
long.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
it's something that when you on the toilet, you want to have something to listen to. There you go.
Thank you, brother. Now you did all that, and I shit on you. I mean, I wasn't shitting on you, but I was messing with you.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
But that's what we're talking about. There's always something for everybody on this channel that because we all do things separately from together. We just like Voltron. We come together. We all lions, but when we come together, we form one big robot.
I was gonna say, please, let's not be those cars.
No,
thank you. I hate
Voltron.
Yeah.
Voltron.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, hey, Pharaoh Kid, man. Shout out your social so the people can follow you.
First off, ornithologist is an actual word.
We told you, dummy.
Hey, man, I ain't never in 52 years ever heard that damn word before. So thank you.
Acceptance is the first step of healing.
So,
knowing is half the battle.
I'm telling you, man. You done brightened my damn vocabulary. Appreciate it. So, with that being said, King Ryan Facebook, it's Ryan.King59 on TikTok, and Pharaoh_71 for Instagram. And
And of course, I'm the man on the street. You can find me at the Audacity Podcast. Hey, I drop videos damn near every day. And of course, I have to check my stats. I'm almost at 10,000 followers on YouTube.
Oh, shit.
9,950.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm going to hit 10,000 mark here pretty soon. But I like to thank everybody that took time out to watch my channels. Yes, I'm working hard at it. And then also you can find me at Creative Canvas Expression. That's just my AI channel. I just throw up art on that channel. So make sure you part of that as well. And also, you know, you got us, every Wednesday night. The Better Than Sex Sports Podcast, which goes down every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. All we do is talk about sports. And then, of course, we got
Finally
Two Cigars
tuned
and a
in,
Blunt.
and I don't even give a fuck about sports.
Oh, I thought
That's
you was
right.
rolling up.
That's right. And then, of course, you know, you got us here every Friday night, Two Cigars and a Blunt. It goes down 8 o'clock where we just talk and we have a good conversation. But then after Two Cigars and a Blunt, what do we have? We have Ashed Out. Oh, that's our after show. That's when everybody get a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. And we have a good time. So, fellas, women, ladies, Tim Dog.
Go vote.
Tim Dog by himself.
Just go vote. We ain't gonna turn to no man. I mean, no woman.
Yeah, just go vote. Make sure you go vote for
There's
Miss
a
Paula.
lot of
Hey,
categories in that thing too.
That's right.
I mean,
We
a
want her to
lot.
bring that. We want her to bring that home. We want her to bring that home too. We're gonna be part of that celebration as well. Two Cigars and a Blunt. We're gonna be part of that. But make sure you stay tuned for Ashed Out, our after show. It follows Two Cigars and a Blunt. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
Talk shit with you.
And that professor stuck in a manky old boot.
And we are
Trench
Two Cigars
foot.
and a Blunt. And we see you on our after show in about 10 minutes. And with that,
Hey,
ladies and
sis.
gentlemen, we are out.
Reese's.